that Freddie Mercury was actually Farsi. That was different. I didn't know that was a thing.
He was who?
He was Farsi, so it's people who are from Persia originally. It's like an ethnicity. But yeah, that's what he is. And so I was like, oh, well, this is really interesting. This is really cool. They go into his background story. They go into kind of like how he had always, been a very big on fashion and style. And they just kind of give you like some of the other things on the background that you probably wouldn't know if you just, listen to Queen's music, but never actually grew up in the time. Because I didn't grow up when they were big. And by the time I was like old enough to really listen to music, he was dead.
He was dead.
So, yeah. But I'm going to go from a one-sided Riker monologue into our actual next topic, which is going to be music. So, what did you hear this week, Armstead?
Shoot, well, Ice Cube just came out with an album.
Oh, shit. Ice Cube is coming out with an album?
Definitely. Of course, he's attacking the president.
Okay, all right. So he's coming at President. I think I heard that song. Was that Arrest the President?
Arrest the President.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Is it good?
It's pretty good.
Okay, all right. You always need something like, a nice actor / rapper / philanthropist / dad / all those things that Ice Cube has done.
I thought it was pretty funny because it's like, he went from fuck the police to arrest the president.
Yeah, fuck the police to do your jobs and arrest that motherfucker over there.
Actually, he went from fuck the police to playing a police officer in movies to arrest that president.
Well, I mean, Ice-T did kind of the same thing. But
I don't blame
you're right.
you, though, man. Get that bank. I don't blame you.
But I think I've listened to quite a bit in the time since our last podcast. So I'm just going to go through. So at the top is Takeoff. He released his album, The Last Rocket. Of course, the lead song was, I think, Lost Memories. That was actually a pretty dope album. I was actually surprised that I have been replaying it. I'm not going to say that our friend Zero is right. So throwing you out a shout out there, Zero. He's got a podcast that is definitely one for the people. And you should certainly check it out. It's called the Black and Gold Cast.
The Black and Gold Cast.
That aside, Last Memory. Sorry, I said Lost Memory. I don't know why. Probably Lost Ones, Lost Tapes, Nas. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
But Last Memory, it was actually really, really good. The overall thing, just like The Martian, She Gon' Wink, None to Me, and Vacation was nice. I mean, he's going to take your bitch on a vacation. It's easy for me. I mean, I ain't got to take on a vacation. Takeoff going to take on a vacation. But, of course, that may not be your girl after that. But at the same time, he did take some risk on this. I thought that Infatuation was a little bit more of a song that I would see Quavo singing. Casper was pretty good. It felt like Wraith, but if Takeoff made Wraith, it didn't have the same beat as T.I.'s Wraith, but it was kind of like, I get that you want to,
Was it really the same like that?
Boy, it's talking about a Wraith. So I feel like, I feel like you got to listen to it when you get a chance.
Yeah,
but from there, heading into the next one, we got Joji, who came out with Ballads 1. It is nice. I kind of miss Pink Guy. I mean, I liked how he was rapping as Filthy Frank because he was really fucking filthy.
Filthy Frank.
He was Filthy Frank. Who became Pink Guy, and now he's singing and stuff, and that's not bad. It's pretty good. Probably the standout track from this would be Fun, because all his friends know Fun. They all pretty much left over the summer, and it's a song about him basically lamenting the fact that you can be rich as fuck, your AC broke, and your friends all have lives, so they have to go back to what they need to do, and you're just kind of like, damn, no fun. Going from there, we're going to go into probably the thing that we're going to talk about the most, which is, do we really need producer albums anymore?
There was a big fight about that where people was like, producers don't need to be rappers and rappers don't need to be producers. It's like, wait a minute.
Oh my God, Ronnie.
It's, first of all, Travis Scott.
Great producer.
Good rapper.
Yeah.
Why can't that... Kanye West, another one. Well,
Kanye West, perfect.
Well, yeah, Kanye West too.
Look, we're gonna discard the last couple of years and just say he went.
Okay, yeah.
We're just throw the last couple of years. I mean, I'm not saying that we're going to forget that they happened, but we're going to give him a minor pass for the last couple of years. But the reason I asked that question is because our good friend Swiss Beats and Metro Boomin came out with albums. So Swiss Beats album, I thought felt a little New Yorkish. So it was kind of like,
where's Swiss Beats from?
Swiss Beats. I mean, I get that he's from New York.
Come on now.
But at the same time, look, man, the name of it was Poison. It wasn't bad. Like, I thought Cold Blooded as well as 25 Soldiers and Echo were all really great. Pistol on My Side, I didn't really fuck with as much. I get the intro and the outro thing, but okay. And Swiss Montana, I thought was a outsider. Preached by Jim Jones was actually better than what I expected it was going to be.
We got Jim Jones, so
yeah. And Stunt with 2 Chainz. I mean, any 2 Chainz song is
it got
generally
2 Chainz, so
it's generally going to be pretty decent.
2 Chainz.
But the one that was more surprising of the two would probably be Not All Heroes Wear Cape. You would think since Metro Boomin wants some mo, nigga, it would be upbeat, but like it didn't really be upbeat. It was kind of a little bit lower key than what I expected.
So wait, before you go any further, whose album do you feel like was better, Swiss Beats or Metro?
To be honest, I want to say Swiss Beats was actually the better album because Metro Boomin, there's just...
Are you saying that just because of like what he was saying, or was it actually like an overall majority just better?
Well, overall majority. So neither of them actually rapped on the albums. But Swiss Beats, always says stuff on his thing. Metro Boomin doesn't, but at the same time, I just felt like the Metro Boomin album, the biggest issue with it was that songs were kind of okay. Like 10 a.m. / Save the World by Gucci Mane was a great intro, but it's a slow song. Like it's 10 a.m. and I'm working in the morning. It's like, all right, Gucci Mane's doing his thing, but at the same time, it's like, all right. I mean, Overdue by Travis Scott turns out to be pretty good. And Don't Come Out the House, I mean, at first, when I first heard it, me and a coworker, we were listening to it, and me and her, we looked at each other, we laughed, because we're like, is this nigga actually whispering into the mic like this? Yeah, this nigga was whispering into the microphone.
So you think he Yin Yang Twins?
Yeah, he basically did a Yin Yang Twin / David Banner. But on subsequent listens, I was like, you know what? This is actually pretty fine. Because you actually have to listen closely to what he's saying or turn your stuff up. And then, like, the beat comes in at, like, a really weird time. So it's like, he's like, I'm talking really low. And then I came in like a motherfucker. And it's like, okay. It's like, whoa, shit, nigga. I like the energy. The Dreamcatcher by Sway Lee didn't do anything for me. Space Get Up by Gunna was okay, but 10 Freaky Girls by 21 Savage is pretty good. And then Travis Scott pretty much carries the rest of the album because he's on, 5 of these songs? 10
Freaky Girls.
And it's like, yeah. And then 10 Freaky Girls, again, 21 Savage carried that track.
21.
It's just like, come on. Like, I was expecting more Metro Boomin beats. I was expecting more like hot stuff. There was a lot of like back and forth. It was with Poison. Poison just flowed way better. Like there wasn't a lot of up and down. Is Metro Boomin's album one that I will return to in the future? Probably. Because I'm probably gonna listen to it right after this podcast. Be honest. But will I listen to Poison more so over the coming months? Yes. Definitely.
I'm going to check it out once all these podcasts is on.
Yeah. Once the podcast is over, you definitely go check it out. But last but not least, our boy Vince Staples came out with No FM.
No FM.
And it's one of those things where it's like you never quite know what to expect from Vince Staples other than the fact that he's going to body whatever he does. And I know this is being touched on State of the Culture. Shout out to Joe Budden. Shout out to Jinx, shout out to Remy Ma, and of course shout out to the wonderful Scotty Beam. Yeah, you're fine, and you woke,
and you woke.
Some things I think you go a little overboard on, but at the same time, you know what? We need disagreements. Yeah, and Joe actually mellowed down the last couple of State of the Cultures that I've been watching, as I of course am a member of the culture, and I want to talk about the medium. But with Vince Staples, I think the State of the Culture cast was right. People are afraid to be on a track with him. Like, people know that he's going to come with 1,000%. So what do? They don't invite that nigga out. They're like, you know what?
Trying to get on the album with Eminem, and it's like, hey,
yeah, true.
Can you write like half of my verse for me?
Well, you only say write half your verse. He's like, can you tell me what your verse is so I can scale mine to that intensity level?
Yeah, it is. Hey, it's whew.
Yeah, it is. It's whew, to quote our good friend.
Who was it for real? I can't think of his
Young Thug.
You know what? I heard that somebody, I was talking to somebody the other day, and they was telling me that, Young Thug doesn't really eat. They said like he might. Somebody told me that they spent like a week with him or something like that, and they said all he did was eat Cheetos, and then he went to his like nutritionist or something like that, and they just gave him like nutrients and like vitamins and stuff through like a IV or something. I was like, what? That doesn't even make any sense.
Is getting IV treatments?
I was like, that shit don't even make sense.
Why is this nigga getting IV treatments?
I don't know. That's what somebody told me, but I don't think it's true. I didn't even look it up because I was like, this shit don't even make sense.
Yeah, that shit don't make sense. But if it does, man, that makes that nigga sound like he a cyborg.
I'm just saying, like
3021.
The only thing he said, the only thing this nigga was eating was Cheetos, and then when it came for him to get his nutrients, popped the IV in his arm. What?
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah. That would explain some things, but that's
would it though?
Yeah, it would. It certainly would. But let's get into relationships. And for relationships, we got to talk about that Jill Scott ghost blowjob thing. You seen that shit?
Yeah, I seen it, and I first thing first, I'm gonna say this: great job. It looked so real. It looked so. It gave me goosebumps. And
gave everybody.
I'm not the biggest fan of fellatio, but
really,
yes, it's not a It's weird. It's kind of I like it, you know what I'm saying, but I'm not the type that's like, man, I just want some head. I'd rather get some pussy. But anyway, great job, Jill Scott, on that. And the thing I don't understand is why people gave a big uproar about it. About she's a lady, blah blah. Have you really listened to her music?
Nah, I don't think people listen to her. Jill Scott is straight up
freak.
Music
straight up freak. She talks about all that stuff in her music, all of it.
And technically, if you've been to a couple Jill Scott concerts, this ain't the first time she's done a simulated act on stage.
So I was like, what
although this might be
about?
the most clear and the most potent one. But, that just depends on who you're asking. Your Jill Scott heads, But Art said, you were saying?
Like I said, I just get... Matter of fact, I got a crazy question for you, brother.
Go ahead, man.
Okay, check it out. So, let's just say you got a girl, right?
Okay, I got a girl.
You got a girl. And would you have a problem if she had a dildo?
Would I have a problem with her having a dildo?
Yes.
Not really.
Okay, not really, right? Okay. So, and this goes for the ladies as well, How would y'all feel if your man had a pocket pussy? Yeah. You either have a problem with it
or
you
straight
don't.
up doll.
Or no. It has to be, actually, let's not say pocket pussy. Let's just say just a pussy.
Blow?
It's like an actual molded pussy. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Let auto blow. We'll go auto blow.
Yeah,
we'll keep with the fellatio thing.
So check this out. So you would not have a problem with having a dildo, right?
Correct.
So let's just say y'all been together. Let's say y'all married, and y'all been married for like probably 4 years, and then you find out on the last year that was actually a molding of her ex.
Oh shit!
Would that be enough to break off the marriage? Like what would that be?
Yeah, I think that's enough for an annulment.
You really think
same thing if let's say so let's take the fellatio thing. Let's say that I had a realistic looking auto blow bot, and it's in this cute girl's image. And then I get married to my girl, and she find out that it's actually my ex-girlfriend before her who was just so great at giving head. I could understand a woman leave me for that, because that's some shit you don't do.
That one is a little different.
No, it's still a molding. It's still
a molding, but it's a full molding though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
you would need the full molding to be there. I mean, even if you got, let's say you had a personal masturbator. So. That's a nicer way of saying pocket pussy.
There you go.
Personal masturbator.
Right.
But it was molded in the shape of your ex-girlfriend's vagina.
There it is.
That is still grounds to break up. All three cases, as far as Riker is concerned.
So my thing is that, so you'll be okay with it being in our situation, not our situation,
in our conversation.
In our conversation. For her to have a dildo. It was okay for her to have a molding of a random nigga's dick.
Well,
but the fact that it's her ex.
Realistic generic dick, yes.
Generic dick.
Yes, realistic generic dick, just generic 6-inch dildo. Yeah, fine. I don't care what it looks like. Realistic molding of an ex, different story. Because at that point, there are feelings and there are thoughts and there are associations with this. Now, I get it. Everybody has at least one thing most likely left over from an ex, whether it's a comb, it's a style, it's a shirt, it's a phrase, It's something. Everybody has something left.